We are back in Athol, Idaho. So if you've thought about a move to North Idaho and Athol, Idaho is on your list, we're going to talk a little bit about Athol today. In fact, today we're going to just highlight a couple subdivisions that are here in Athol. You think subdivisions, I am wanting to go to Athol or one of those type little towns like that because I want some acreage. Well, that is exactly what this subdivision offers. And the other one we're going to take a look at. We're at Ranch 54 and we're going to look at Estates of Farragut. Two subdivisions. They feature 5-acre parcels. It's in a little subdivision, just like what you see here. This is one of the lots right here behind me. We're going to talk a little bit about what you get for your money here, what these lots look like, and just see if maybe that's a place for you. So let's take a look. Let's get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and subscribe below. Tap the bell so you can be notified every time we talk about things going on here in the North Idaho area. I am Reed Wilson with Living North Idaho Life. And me and my team, we get calls all the time from people just like you looking to make a move to the North Idaho area or looking to make a move within the North Idaho area. We also cover Eastern Washington, so we deal with a lot of people moving back and forth across the border. But today we're here in Athol. So if Athol's been on your list and you're thinking, hey, I could be moving in 2 weeks or maybe even 2 years, then give us a call, shoot us a text, and we'd be happy to talk to you and see if we can answer your questions about North Idaho. Okay, so we're back in Athol. We're talking about some of these newer subdivisions that offer 5-acre parcels. So it's not your typical subdivision. They, allow a little more privacy, a little more room. So we're going to talk about that today. Just kind of give you an idea. Spokane over here in this area. Again, kind of give you an idea where it's at. I-90 comes on across. This is Coeur Lane down here, Post Falls area. Highway 95 comes straight up past Hayden, and then you come out here up into the Athol area. So that'll kind of give you an idea at least where we're going. The areas we're going to talk about once you get into Athol right here, if you saw our Athol video, you'll know that right here in this area as you get off, here's the little town of Athol, but they have added right here, it's a little super one. It's a grocery store. They got an Ace Hardware. They now have, they've got a gas station there, a restaurant, medical facilities right here, a grease monkey to get your oil changed. They've got a great big gun store that came in right there. So if you're really into guns, you can go out and check that out. But there's right here in this little area right here, there is about everything a person would ever need to sustain himself, between having ability for groceries and just whatever else you need. We didn't always have that, and that is one of the reasons why Athol is growing so quickly. The first subdivision we talked about is this Ranch 54, and it sits right about here and comes straight down. You'll see I did a drone shot, also kind of did a drive-through. There's actually two sections of it. They come down and then cul-de-sac here at the end, but all these are 5-acre parcels through there. You'll notice we did kind of do a little shot of in front of the house there. It's for sale. It was one that was at $895. We talked a little bit about it. We'll throw that up. But so you can go in and you can buy just, any of these 5-acre parcels through here, or you can look more at a pre-packaged deal. So both Ranch 54, which is in this area right here, and then we came out here and to the Estates of Farragut, and we'll do kind of, we did kind of a drive-by, so you'll see kind of the drive to the Ranch 54. We'll throw up some of the drive to the Estates of Farragut. This dead ends right here. You got to go left or right. This is all Farragut Park through here. But the Estates of Farragut sits right about here. We've got a drone shot that we did, so you can kind of get an idea of what all this looks like, and talked about all these different 5-acre parcels in here. So the difference between here and over here is you've got to put in your own well. On the Ranch 54, some of the lots in the Estates of Farragut already have a well. If not, wells are very good in this area. So typically you'll get a lot of gallons per minute coming out. So wells are not an issue. We're really close to, a lot of water. Got Farragut right here. Lake Ponderay, but you do have Farragut Park right here. Like I said, this comes along here. It's all Farragut and out through this area. So that is what I think is one of the nice advantages of being in this area. You're a short drive from here down to Farragut, or even from here. This is all walking, hiking, biking paths. And I'll throw up a little bit of, I did kind of a drive-through of Farragut Park. I came in and I'll throw up just a little bit. I don't want to bore you with a lot, but just so you can kind of get an idea of what Farragut Park. So stick around till the end, because I'll do a little drive-through of what Farragut Park looks like. And then, I also did one just as you come down to the boat ramp, the boat launch as you come around, and then I also did a drone that will throw up, that does a drone in here and comes down in this area. Right in here is kind of a little marina. There's a swimming area, so you can come down. Whoops, I think this is the swimming area here. This is the marina over here. This is all swimming area through here. It's open to the public. And then this is all camping through here. So a great, I think, amenity for our area. This place is just a lot of fun. There are hiking and biking paths all through this area. It comes out, and just miles and miles of trails that is just everywhere through there. And if you get bored with that, there are trails that actually come out, and the park ends right out in here in this area. But there are trails that will actually come up and along. There's a really great lookout right here, somewhere right in this area, right along there, that looks out over this area. It's beautiful, but there are trail systems then that come up and are all over this mountain here. So if you like to mountain bike, you like to hike, and you're looking for things to do, they take very good care of the trail systems there. In the winter, you can go out and cross-country ski through those trail systems. And I think in our other Athol, or one of those, we did talk about the park here a little bit. This over here on this side, all these, all these trails through here, and as you can see, they come through. There is a lot of this side over here is for equestrian. So you do see horses, and you can see horses with buggies out there, but there are a lot of people out just walking, hiking, and a lot of biking. So, you know, it's really pleasant. Like I said, it's beautiful out there. The trails are always in good shape. So if you want to come out and you know, have something to enjoy, but stick around. I'll throw up some video right there at the end of this video here, so you can kind of get an idea of what we're looking at out there. But anyway, let's we'll throw up a few different properties for these Ranch 54 in the Estates of Farragut, so you can kind of just get an idea what's out there, and if there's something there that interests you, you know, let us know. We're happy to help. This Estates at Farragut, there's about 3 different builders in that one. So, you know, if you're, depending on what you're looking for, both of them, the price points start right around that $900,000, and then depending on, you know, how big, quality of material, you know, if you're going to put a shop, all those types of things, you know, can change that price point. But you know, you can start at that $900,000 range, you know, for like a 3-bed, 2-bath, you know, like the one that we're going to show. And then, you know, obviously things can go up much higher into, you know, that 1.5, the 2 million and above, depending on just what you're looking for. So if we can help out, help you answer some questions to see if there's something there that works for you, let us know. We're happy to help. Enjoy the rest of the video. Like I said, today we are in Athol, Idaho, and this is a great little growing community. It's about, population's about less than 1,000 people, but it is growing because of great little communities, or I guess I should say subdivisions like this. This is one of the places where you can come, you get out of the bustle of the resort area, downtown Coeur d'Alene, and you can come out to a place with the funny little name like Athol and buy a 5-acre, 10-acre, 20-acre parcel and have some privacy and just get away. Well, sometimes finding those parcels is the hard part, or maybe you want something that has already taken care of some of the infrastructure and offers a few amenities, so you're not coming out of pocket with some of that. There is some expense to going out and preparing a parcel of land. By the time that you do some infrastructure work, you bring in your power, propane or gas, whatever you have available, you know, drill a well, put in your septic. That is just the part of getting started. So something like this has been real popular. You've got these 5-acre parcels, as you see here behind me, and we're just gonna kind of work our way over here to one that's been sold, but you can see where they've started in on some of the infrastructure. So parcels out here in these 5 acres start right around $295,000, go up a little bit from there, and some of that just is going to kind of depend on where you're at, like location within the community here, maybe what it offers. So you can see this one started to be cleared. Now these parcels in here run, like I said, around that 295 up to, you know, they're in that low 300,000 range. They do not offer water. You get power. You can see the power box over there behind me. You get power, you have access to gas here in this area, but you're responsible for your well and septic. And then they do have some options where you can do a home that you know, their builders will build. I'll throw up some options on that, so you can take a look at what something like that might look at, and you can buy it as a package, or you can bring your own builder and start from scratch out here. So this one here, nice little area. We'll stop and just kind of take a look at the house that is being built down there. That is one of those packages. I noticed that the packages that they're talking about starts just under 900,000 in this community, and then depending on, you know, how big of a house, you know, what kind of shop, or depending on how nice you're going to build your home out, will make a big difference on pricing. So let's take a look and we'll see about something along those lines. If there's anything there that makes sense to you, let us know. We can help you get all the information you need on that. This particular home, it's a brand new construction, as you can see. This one's gonna be priced out at the $895,000. It is a 3-bed, 2-bath. I think I said just under 2,000 square feet. Nice little home sitting here on the 5 acres. You know, for an added cost, you can add a shop, but this is one that is one of those packages that are being built that you can get into. There are others that they have plans for, or like I said, you bring your own builder and you could look at some options there. But this might give you an idea of kind of what's gonna be going on in here. This one, like I said, is gonna kind of be at the lower end of the price point, and they'll just kind of go up from there. Right, I'm over here in the Estates at Farragut. So these are also 5-acre parcels. They're all right in there pretty close. As you can see, this one here is just coming available. Some of the infrastructure's been done. They've cleared out a little bit of it there. You can see the power box over there behind me. Now the price of these run just a little higher. I saw that this starts right about $330,000 for a 5-acre lot for just the parcel itself. That's bringing your builder. They do have packages. There's about 3 different builders out here. So there's some options out here with some, you know, built to be built, done for you type program. You know, if you want to have your home built, you can choose your colors, you can change your floor plans. They have some ghost listings. We'll throw some listings up on both of these so you can kind of get an idea what is being done out here. But a package like that's gonna start right around that 900 to $1 million, just like the other one. I did see a few done for you packages here that around that 1.6 million, and then you can get up over that 2.2 million, just depending on, you know, how big of a house, what kind of amenities you want with it, you know, what size shop, all that type of stuff. But you know, the lots here, like I said, start at 330. They do have some lots that in that mid 300,000. I saw, you know, right around that 360 to 370. That does have the well. So, you know, if you're not wanting to mess with that, you're already wanting to have the well taken care of for you. And of course, like we said, the power, you can see the power box over there behind me. You know, just beautiful. As you probably saw the drone shot, we did a a little fly through of this soon-to-be subdivision, get an idea what it's going to look like. But man, just beautiful. You're right next to Farragut Park. I mean, you're just down the road from Farragut. So if you love, riding horses or mountain biking, hiking, boating, they've got a boat launch right there in the state park. They just have a lot of fun amenities over there. Frisbee golf, zip lining, just to name a few. So it's a beautiful place over there. That's a great amenity to have close by, because it just offers a lot of just fun recreation over there. So you've got Bayview, and of course we're almost to that season now. We're coming up on 4th of July, and they put on one of the best 4th of July shows. A lot of times they'll do it a day early so that they don't compete with Coeur d'Alene or some of these others. So that makes it really nice. If you like that kind of thing, you can get out here, watch the show. If you saw our Bayview video, it just, it's surrounded by some mountains there, and you got the bay. And when you see all that, the fireworks over the water, that's just really a neat event to participate in. So anyway, you're close to other amenities. We've got restaurants coming in. You've got Super One. You've got Ace Hardware. You have medical services. You have a lot of these things that used to, the reason people didn't want to be here, because it was so far from having to be able to have some of those amenities. Now they're coming in. It's making it easier. So this might be a place, if you don't mind being able to tell people that you live in Athol, funny name, then this might be a place for you. Let us know. Like I said, give us a call, shoot us a text. If we can help you, we're here. We want to answer your questions. Leave us a comment and let us help make your move to North Idaho a smooth transition.